Because I have done it many times when I've just went off the wall, through the roof. I was given mad stuff, mad content, and then I looked down and I had recorded for the last 5 minutes. What the? Are you kidding me? It's a new week. It's a new week, and we're gonna get pumped, and we're gonna fly into that new week. We're gonna fly into that new week, and we're gonna dominate. We're gonna kill it, whatever we're doing. When you going into your day, get after it, man. Get after it. Where should you be posting your content? Where should you be blasting it out there so it gets in front of the right people? So it gets in front of the most people. So it gets in front of where the attention is at. Because where the attention is at, that's where you're going to get moving. That's where the ball's going to get rolling, and that's where you're going to blow up. We're going to talk about it today, and I'm going to spoil it. YouTube is badass!
10, 9, 8, 7.
Welcome to the Brandon Fogal Show. Every moment is an electrifying event. This is not just a podcast, it's a revolution of thought, unfiltered, real and raw. The Brandon Fogal Show, where excellence meets evolution.
2, 1. This is the Brandon Fogal Show.
Well, I'm gonna take a drink. I'm gonna start blasting it with tea in the morning. Like I talked about in a previous video, I like to wait a little bit before I get that coffee pumping into my bloodstream. So I'm actually gonna switch to tea. I love tea. Utilizing in the morning, because tea is another hot beverage that is sweeter than honey. It can be sweeter than honey. What do I got going today? What tea do we got going today? We got blackberry, citrus, plus zinc. It just sounded healthy. It sounded like something that could improve my body chemistry, and improve my facial features. My facial features. We're going to get into it. I'm going to start sharing my screen. We're going to go into, maybe I should do a couple more intros because that might have been horrential. I don't know. That might have been kind of naughty. Because something that I am kind of struggling with is the whole thing of, you got to be careful what you put on YouTube, what you put on social media. Primarily YouTube. That's the one I'm most concerned with because they have rules. A lot of social media has rules, and you want to be creative, and you want to be shocking. You want to put stuff out there that's going to get attention. That's going to capture the audience's undivided attention. But I don't want to do something stupid that my page is completely just shot down because you get 3 strikes and then you're out, So I hope this is not a short career for me in this industry, but we'll see how it goes. But I started off with YouTube is BA, That's why I'm going to put on the thumbnail. YouTube is BA, And I was actually looking yesterday. Can I put in my title, YouTube is badass? But it's like, I was like, you just got to be. And I think it was like, yes, you can, but would you really want to? And I forget the exact wording. What did it say? But it was just like, you can't just, you don't want to have stuff that's vulgar, and you got to watch out for profanity and all that because people cuss on YouTube. And I'm not a person that likes to cuss, but I like to say stuff that gets my point across, gets what I'm feeling inside across. Where should you be putting your content? Where should you be posting and blasting it out? That's what we're going to talk about today. And I kind of gave it away at the beginning. YouTube is BA, but there's so many platforms that we can go to and put stuff out there. What audience are you trying to go after? What audience do you want to build that relationship with? I'm saying whatever you're doing, put it on YouTube. Whatever you're doing, put it on YouTube because YouTube is going to be long term. YouTube is a beast, and YouTube is going to be the dominant factor in all of them. So whatever you're doing, put it on YouTube. Most importantly, put it on YouTube. But there's X, there's Facebook, Instagram. I don't know if I can get a handle on Instagram. I have not found that way. I know some stuff, like, I guess it's because I'm mainly doing stuff like this, where I'm just recording like a podcast. Like, how do I get that like in a consumable fashion, like that's actually worth Instagram, TikTok, I don't even know what to think about with TikTok. stuff, a lot of my stuff on TikTok does not get traction. And I guess you got to find what you're good at, and you got to like, your weaknesses, just get rid of them. And your weaknesses can be strengths. Your weaknesses can be strengths. You ain't the biggest person. Then you're small. You're elusive. You can get around. You can move quicker than those big time players that have to kind of checks and balances. You can be whatever you are doing. Look at it in the light that it is greatness, and it is who you are, unique personally. So you do not have to be a ginormous. You do not have to have that ginormous page at the beginning. So whatever you're at, whatever you're doing, you can move faster and quicker. Because really, it is all about where attention is happening. How do you just project that gravitas? Gravitas, that seems like a $3 word that was a little more popular maybe 5 years ago, maybe more specific 9 years ago. I think 9 years ago, that's when it had its heyday. But gravitas, like, it's when you get on something, you are the authority, and you project that, you represent that, you show that, and so people listen to you. They whether you know what you're talking about or not, they think you know what you're talking about, And so confidence, the word for tie in Greek is gravitas. I guess that's because people think wearing a tie, you got authority. You're strong professionally. You know what you're doing. You're a guy that's got it all together, Man, I am the opposite. I hope I do not, and I know I have already, but like in my videos and in my podcast, I know in podcasts you can't see it, but like in the things that you can actually see me, then I'm on camera. I don't like collars. And I was thinking about that the other day. Like, where do we come to that we wear collars? I don't like collars, man. I don't like it, but like, it's like, maybe it looks good. And maybe like years from now, we're going to look back like, why were they wearing collars? Maybe it's like how we look back at our founders and they had those wigs on and all that kind of stuff. Maybe that's how collars are going to be, and even ties. It's just all in our day and age, what people think looks professionally. And maybe it's not even collars. I don't even think it's just collars. It's just like, I've never liked that just aura of being like you are the business person and you have to like, I've just not liked that, and I think everybody's different. Somebody that, and like, I've been posting stuff on LinkedIn. And if I doubt this one's going on LinkedIn. I'm going to be picky and choosy what I put on LinkedIn, noobs. Okay. So I wanted to kind of start doing this where I have my page out there, and it doesn't look as razzle dazzle as I'd like. I mean, especially if you go to my LinkedIn page, it is not razzle dazzle one bit. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, I need to have something on there that is like pop, bam, that people jump into, and they're like, man, this guy, he thinks he doesn't think it. He knows what he's doing. Just looking at him, he knows what he's doing. Went astray. You went down the rabbit hole. You are Alice in Wonderland going down the rabbit hole. So where should you be putting your stuff out there? Where is the attention popping and banging, Bang-a-rang Rufio. Like I said, obviously YouTube. YouTube is the place, no matter what you're doing, put it on there, because that is what is going to be, I think, long-term. That and X. YouTube and X. They are going to be the ones. That's my belief. That's what I am thinking. When I say 10 years from now, I think those are the ones. And I'm going to be kind of spooky, but I think, and I'm just making a complete fabrication of my twisted mental capacity mind, but I think later on, I'm just being, I don't think it's being conspiratorial, but I think it's just being I'm just trying to look down what is going to happen. I think YouTube and X will twist and combine themselves eventually. I don't know how that would happen and why it would happen and what goes on with that, but I think YouTube and X are going to be the ones that twist together and they join forces, and in their own thing that they become the dominant. I mean, they are both dominant already, more so YouTube right now, but X is, especially with the new kind of transition into Elon Musk and him just taking over that platform, making it great. And he's going to make it great. And he is making it better. I think right now, really, there's things that are better about it, X right now. And then things that like you might not like as much, but it is getting better. And I think it's going to be awesome, amazing in our future. But I think YouTube and X will somehow join forces together. Now, the people people listen to this, 5 years from now, and they'll be like, man, that guy, he knew what he was talking about. How did he get that right? Or they might be like, man, that guy is stupid. What is he thinking? Videos will come back to haunt you. That is like something like I've always thought about, like, don't press send. Don't press send. And that was like a big thing maybe 10 years ago, don't press send. Our whole dynamic and how we are going through our daily lives is completely shattering to the generation before. This is the struggle that me and my wife have, as in like our children being on social media. They're not on social media. One of them, I think, likes to sneak on social media somehow and do stuff like that. How much reign are we going to give them? I would say, like, for me, you got to be wise, but it's like, I was just talking to my wife about this yesterday. You got to give them exposure to it so that, like, when they're under our roof, actually can guide them better. It might be better to expose them more to it and show them the right way to do it as much in our limited capacity allows. So that's what, like, that is the way things are going. I've always been like that. Just like 20 years ago, they were all about, you don't give your information out there at all. I think of Ron Swanson, if you are a Parks and Rec fan, that he is just, his mind, he is just completely blown away. He's crushed when he's like trying to stay off the grid, off the map so much. That one guy, he shows them that how Google actually can just zoom in and just see his house, his land. And he's just like, but like his eyes are just lit up and he's like, what? Are you kidding me? But that is how it is now. Like where we were maybe 50 or not 50, maybe 30 years ago, and just coming into the internet age and just people not wanting to give information about themselves. They don't want people to have that. They don't want people to be able to see them. It's like, I think we are past that. We are past that. And a lot of bad actors out there that like to take advantage of that know that. And that's why we need, like, we have there's softwares out there to try to prevent people from doing bad and evil things, to try to take advantage of people and just rip them off and just ransom them and all that kind of stuff. I've heard that it doesn't matter how much you want to stay out of their grasp of people that just want to take your identity. It doesn't matter how much you want to stay out of their grasp and the people, those bad actors that are out there that are just like hackers and just want to try to steal your identity. It's just, they're going to come after everyone and they could get you, definitely could get you, but it's just, are you valuable enough to them? Or it's like, we got to be like on guard against that. Kids are so spoiled. I mean, just the things that they have. And like back in my day, we kept ourselves occupied with the stick. We kept ourselves occupied with the rock and the stick, and kids today, they are just overloaded. I guess it's our fault. It's our fault. Like we give them these devices, YouTube for kids, like, or whatever it is, immediately, because it's easier. It's easier, but we also want to give them access to it so that they are familiar to it, what they're kind of coming into this world, because that is like, I know you got to be wise and you got to be smart with what you provide to your kids and the things that they see and all that and how much you expose them. But I think that is where we are headed in this digital exponentially increasing age where things are just getting mad, especially with AI. I did it again. When I'm saying something and I'm thinking about the next word and I just juxtaposed it. Who to pose it? I don't know. But AI on the horizon. And it's not even really on the horizon anymore. It's in our face. It is here. Terminator style is just around the corner. Terminator and Matrix. I fear we are going there. You listen to Elon Musk, and I very much value his opinion and what he thinks, but you should listen to videos about him talking about AI. He seriously does have a fear about it. I don't think that AI is going to reach level of consciousness of human beings, and if we get to that point, we are apocalypse. It is here, and we are in it. But If you're seeing my page, I am on my X, man. My X. You might want to go there, and you might want to go ring the notification bell. Actually, there's not a notification. Actually, is there? There is a notification bell on X. There is a notification bell on X. All right, we're gonna hop over. I'm gonna my Facebook. You know, I'm starting to put stuff on Facebook. And actually, right now, like with every pretty much platform out there, social media platform. And if you listen to Gary Vee, and I've heard him talking about this, that this small window of period that we are in, that we can just post stuff willy-nilly for free and try to build our brand, build our business and everything like that. That window is closing. It is closing. And and with every pretty much platform out there, it is, you are having to get a paid version if you want to kind of expand and boost your content and get it out there. And that's another thing I broke down and got. You know, I needed to get a business page, an actual professional page. I know I talk about I don't like professionalism. And I really don't like professionalism. I don't, for some reason, it just never jives with me. But like, I think as you go through time, things that you didn't like, you kind of, maybe it's because you're ignorant. And I think I'm ignorant about a lot of things. I'm ignorant about a lot of things, and why, you know, every girl likes a sharp dressed man. You know, that is something. That is how it is, you know, because I mean, like the people at the height, you know, I mean, I guess there is, like, it's different, it varies. And I'm thinking NFL, and I'm also thinking people that run major corporations. Some of those those major corporations runners, they are sometimes just in a hoodie and a sweats and like you know, and just putting it out there. They just go. But then you see those NFL stars that, you know, they go on camera and they walk into the arena, into the stadium, or that they walk into the stadium and they look legit hot, man. They are fire going in. And it's like, maybe that, I mean, it's everybody's different. What do you think? Are you a person that loves professionalism? Are you a person that likes collars, likes ties, likes a suit, you know, likes that get up? Or are you a person that just likes to wear what you wear, you know? At where I work, actually, we're doing more stuff there. Like me and my friend, we are doing stuff where it is kind of starting like a day to wear certain things, you know, and I love that because I didn't grow up in a Catholic school or grow up in a school that you had to wear a uniform. But honestly, I would love to wear a uniform because I do not even want to think about what I got to wear. You know, I would be fine with just wearing a uniform each day and not have to put a second of thought into it. But at where I am, like where I work, you know, all that stuff, we are starting a day of where we wear a certain getup, you know, and it kind of caught on last week. And I actually forgot to wear it, you know, just being the silly human being that I am, I forgot to wear it. But I wish we had more days like that, you know. I just want to be comfortable. But I guess in a business setting, you got to look like you know what you're doing. But you know, that is what it is. Do you like that stuff? Do you like wearing a tie? Do you hate wearing a tie? Do you love wearing a suit? What do you think? So I'm seriously, what do you think? Throw it in the comments. Do you like that stuff? You know? Okay. Take a drink. Take a chill pill, man. Man, if you listen to my intro, that's a pretty badass intro, isn't it? It's a pretty badass intro. But if you listen to my intro, I think it is. You know, I might be a little biased. I think it's cool. You know, I think it's cool. And I think it's cool probably for different reasons than you would think I think it's cool. That you would think I think that you think that it's cool. And it's because the people that I love are in that intro. The people I love are in that intro. So why was I even going with that? Why was I even saying that? I don't even know. Oh, it was because of this. Because every moment, well, I know I want to be podcast-ish where I am going hours on time. Hours on time is like, I want to be doing that. But in my intro, it says every moment is an electrifying event. And I want every moment to be an electrifying event because what I cannot, with my built up makeup and body language and ability to be charismatic and enthusiastic and all that stuff, I do not have a lot of that stuff. Maybe I'm not the most exciting individual out there, but I want to be as exciting and I want to be everything just hot wire, lightning speed, everything going, because I want to get people's attention. I want to bring stuff that you love and enjoy. And I'm going to do that. Every video, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get greater at it. As you can see, I am passionate about it because I want to be awesome at what I'm doing. And I want people to come alongside, and I want you to be awesome at what you're doing. And then we can just roll together, roll big style, pumping all the way to the top, baby, to the top. We're going to the top. I just think of, Leonardo DiCaprio, Wolf of Wall Street, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. If you know what I'm talking about, he says that, I love his passion, and that's why he is my favorite actor. Leonardo DiCaprio, he is awesome, and I will say it over and over. I'll say it every video if I have to. He's my favorite actor, He is good at what he does. But so I need to start wrapping it up, need to start dialing it in, closing shop, getting on with my day, and so that you can get on with your day. But I want to give you that boost, that jolt of adrenaline to send you off so that you are fired up. Live life like you are fired up, that you are living with purpose, living with amazing, targeted purpose in your life that you want to go after and accomplish the things that you have set your mind to. Think through I'm going through puberty, but think through those things, have those in your mind. What do you want to get out of life? What do you want to be doing? And just balls to the wall, do it. Get after it. Go after it. 110%, man. So, but I start off, where should you be posting stuff? And I'm going to switch over. We're going to maybe dial it back in, and we're going to go to my YouTube page, because this YouTube is BA. The things that it has given people the opportunity to do is awesome. And to build their brand, build their business, whatever you're doing, post it on YouTube. Put it on LinkedIn, put it on X, put it on Facebook, put it on all those platforms. And there's so many of them out there. And put them on all of those. But whatever you do, put it on YouTube. Put it on YouTube. Because that is the monster that is growing. I don't want to say monster, man. I mean, that is it. It's anything can be used for evil or good, and it's just how people want to wield certain things. But I think it is going to be awesome. And if you were listening at the beginning, I think I'm being just a nervous Nelly. I don't think I'm being nervous. I think it will be exciting, but I think X and YouTube will combine forces. I'm just putting that out there. I think they will become YouTube X or XTube. I don't know. I think that will happen. And that's just me, but I have been wrong before. I've actually been wrong a lot more than I've been right. But I'm just putting that out there. So put your stuff out there, put it on YouTube, blast it out, go out into your day, everything you're doing. If you can start recording your life in any way possible, because it's not even just that. It's not even just so you can reach an audience right now. It's going to last through the winds of time, the sands of time. It is what's going to last, say, generations from now, unless the apocalypse happens sooner rather than later. That is just like we have records of people in history. And so somebody fast forward 5,000 years from now, this person in this ultra, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. They're look at these primitive folk. And they think that they're posting stuff, and they're, maybe they're talking in a different language. I don't know. But they're who knows what people might be watching 1,000 years from now and looking back at the stuff that we were doing. But I was actually even more saying it, not even just for that kind of futuristic sci-fi tinfoil hat kind of mindset that I definitely have, but also that when you post stuff, your future generations can see who you were. Right now, I cannot go look back and see as much as I'd love. I can see my grandpa and everything in pictures and stuff like that in some video that we captured, but the stuff that you put on the internet is going to be for your future generations, for your future grandkids. They're going to be seeing, and that maybe give me cause to pause. Should I really be putting this stuff out? But I'm going to be as authentic and true to myself as possible, so that my future grandkids, they see who their grandpa was, so that my future grandkids, that they see that, and anyone, just anyone in my family, anyone in your family line, they see who you were and they know what you were like, and that you show them. That's why you want to be smart, because and give a good example to them as much as possible. I know I'd be silly and all that kind of stuff on here, but I want to also give them good stuff that they saw who I was and that, that I left a good impression with them. So think about that aspect of it as well. It's like YouTube and everything, it's probably going to get even crazier, but put it on there, put your stuff on there that your future family sees who you were and can look back and remember how much, just have a window in time. They'll have a screenshot in time. It won't just be a photograph. It will be video content of them actually seeing you. So that's just another food for thought. Be thinking about that. Put it out there, put it on YouTube, and just whatever you're doing, kill it. Get after it. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next episode.